It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. And Brooklyn finding themselves in a slide recently. It's been tough sledding. The loss is mounting. They're simply not playing up to capacity. How to fix it is the question. And with the season just beginning, obviously, many games ahead of us. I mean, too many to count. I could start counting them. Will you start counting the games while I ask Kenny a question? All the games we have ahead of us? 1, 2. Well, you need you to count.
Oh, I thought.
No, just
He's
go
just
ahead.
putting up his
count some
fingers.
games.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Well, we have a lot more games than that. Just keep counting until he's done.
4.
Kenny, what's the most important thing to focus on at this stage?
Establishing a great relationship between your team. Camaraderie.
Kind of like what we have here between the three of us.
Exactly, because, you know, sometimes there's 4 of us, but we have to drop the dead weight, and we made 3.
Yeah, it's trusting one another out
Without
there.
question.
That's
Got
an
to drop
excellent
that
answer.
dead weight.
What number are you
1
up to
million
now?
and 2.
Wow, that's a lot of games
But
ahead
Aaron,
of
you
us.
got to gain that confidence and swagger. You want your opponents to come in scared.
Were you ever scared of an opponent?
Never.
Were you ever scared of an opponent?
I was never scared. I was always apprehensive at times.
Always,
Ooh,
always,
University of North
always
Carolina
at
vocabulary.
times.
At times.
Always or at times?
I would say
Which one is it?
at times.
At times you were scared.
No,
look at-
apprehensive.
Oh, you were always apprehensive,
Look at
but sometimes
Mr.
you were
University
scared.
I was
of North
never scared.
Carolina.
You were
over
never
there.
scared of being apprehensive.
Never. I don't even know what apprehensive
No,
means.
me either. But Kevin Harlan does.
Wary.
Let's go to him.
Wary. I wasn't scared. Just wary.
I know how to apprehend a suspect.
Oh, I bet you do.
The Wizards are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And there's certain to be some disappointment because of the injury to Brook Lopez.
Yeah, and since last game, when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse. I mean, they're going to have to make do without this young man for a long time.
Wow, I mean, this is a huge blow to the team. Certainly a frustrating turn of events for him. Just the opposite of what everyone was hoping for.
Mid-season year now, Doris, teams know what to expect from one another and from themselves.
Yeah, I think by this point in the year, Kevin, you have defined who you are and how you win. You know that the roles are delineated. Everybody knows the expectations on individual players and on the group.
Well said. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Washington, Beal and Porter are out on the wings. Morris pairs with Gortat down low, and it's Wall in at the 1. Buries it from three-point range.
I think that pull-up jumper is a shot the defense will concede to John Wall. They think you can't take away everything.
To the middle, here's Hamilton. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
If you're the coach, you hope it's a wake-up call. Get them to tighten things up on the inside and start protecting the rim with a little bit more authority.
Now, here is Morris. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio.
I tell you, if you get Gortat that close to the rim, he is going to finish with the jam. So big, so hard to stop around there.
Here's Lynn. There's the screen. To the inside, Nicholson. And it's sent back by Morris. Outside, Beal. Morris outside. Puts up a 3. Unable to get that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
You know, the opportunities were there to shift gears, pound the ball inside perhaps, but that wasn't the strategy going in, and they elected not to alter it.
Good on the bucket.
Boy, they're rolling 80% shooting out of the gate.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Wall. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Beal can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Nicholson with the bucket.
And Lynn is a sensational playmaker. Love how he zips passes over to his guys.
Now here's Wall. Morris a screen. Left side, Wall. Morris dishes the Wall. Off target from outside. Nets trail by 3. Here's Nicholson and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
He hasn't gotten many to go this quarter, but he's still trying to find that consistency.
It's 2-on-1. As Hollis Jefferson throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a 3-point play. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break. And Rondé Hollis Jefferson started out strong last season as a rookie, then had the injury to the ankle that kind of derailed his development. Came in, though, providing lockdown defense, which most scouts expected. I think the surprise may have been his shooting number. And what that tells me is that he has a really good understanding of who he is as a player. That is very difficult for young players to accomplish. They always tend to spend their time trying to prove to you what they can't do.
And it's Foy missing.
Looked like it might drop for him, and you know, that has to frustrate him just a bit. That's one of his favorite spots on the floor.
And Beal kicks to Morris. It's intercepted. Foy with it. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee. Pass to Hamilton. Now here's Lynn. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. Kicks to Nicholson. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. Man, when you look at the Nets over the past couple years, it's really astounding. I mean, they've been near the bottom of almost every major statistical category as a team. I mean, that means that they really have nothing to count on to stabilize themselves when they aren't going well in a game. And when you don't have an identity as a team, boy, it is hard to find consistency.
And it's tied up with that one. And on the topic of the Nets, it's hard to identify their calling card as a team because the roster, Greg, still seems to be in a state of flux.
And not many draft picks or trade assets. It really may come down to love the ones you're with, at least for a little while longer. I mean, they have some scorers. They have some playmakers. If they can just find a way to block out the noise and play their games, they can be an entertaining play.
Now here's Lynn. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Pocket 6. Kick out to Hamilton. Here's Nicholson. And the Nets miss again.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Trying to get back on track. And Morris throws it down.
Well, this is what you like to see from Morris, being aggressive. Hammer it down with authority, big man.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. So a little bit worried about containing the opposing offense today.
There was a lot to be worried about. I mean, they're not an easy opponent to face because of that offense.
It's going to take some serious defensive game planning. They've watched a lot of film on the other side, but now they have to do it in real time.
Here's Lynn after the made shot from Bradley Beal. They get it back. No good from Hamilton.
All the credit goes to the defense, preventing a terrific finisher like that from throwing it down.
Beal, the pass to Wall. And Gortat kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement by Washington. It's blocked, and they get it back. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Morris has got 6. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Doris, you've covered the game at so many levels, be it women's basketball, men's college, men's pro, and your view, how significant are the differences in the game from one level to the other?
Yeah, I think that the gap is significant. Vastly different games. I like to say I cover 3 different sports, even though they all are only basketball. Women's basketball's at an entirely different point in its history. To me, the college men's game, you know, the skill level is there, and increasingly it's getting better. But not on the floor at any one point are 5 guys, all of whom have the athleticism or the skill set to make it to the NBA. What's striking to me about the NBA is on any given trip up the floor, and in all likelihood on the vast majority of them, you're going to see something special.
That is so true. And they'll keep possession.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Nets.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Nets trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Down low, here's Hamilton, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Beal with a screen on Hamilton. And here's Morris for 3. He can't get that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. This, their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And going back to last season, they really struggled for wins. And even against a team like this with comparable talent, they didn't manage 1 win in the season series.
Lynn from long range trains the three-pointer. Lynn's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rapid.
It snowballed on them. They lose their focus, start missing, and then it gets into your head, and all of a sudden, everyone's missing. Boy, when you see Markieff Morris, you can't help but think about what went down in Phoenix with him. There certainly was some fighting going on between him and other teammates. He demanded a trade several times, eventually just taken out of the rotation, even though his skill was good enough to be on the floor.
That free throw, no good. With Morris and his Phoenix exit, eventually, Doris, he was traded to the Wizards, and that was a move that was probably best for everyone involved.
Right, Kevin. It made you wonder why they didn't do it sooner. Things started to go south in Phoenix when Markieff felt betrayed by the organization for trading his brother away. And luckily, all that's in the past, and Markieff can focus on just playing basketball.
Well, for Markieff Morris, he feels like he has found a home here in Washington. As soon as he was traded to the team, he felt welcomed and enjoys, Doris, the close-knit relationship the team has within its roster.
And you know what, Kevin, for Morris, that's a big deal to him. He is at his best when he's comfortable with the situation he's in. And if he feels welcomed, he'll focus on his play, and that is when he's at his best. And listen, he might become a fan favorite with the way he will gush on about this Wizards organization.
Jason Smith, he's checked in for Morris. The Wizards shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And that one misses.
There's so much discussion, right, that the Wizards would try to attract Kevin Durant, a Baltimore native, back to his home franchise. In the end, I don't think missing the playoffs lent itself to the best recruiting pitch.
Here's Satoransky. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Smith dishes to Jennings. Smith sets the pick for Jennings. Up and in on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 1. And with no Kevin Durant. Now, Doris, what's plan B for the Wizards?
Well, I think they have to find a way to be better than the sum of their parts, Kevin. There's no magic cure. They've just got to get better and, most importantly, find a way to stay healthy.
Here's Goodwin following the basket by Brandon Jennings.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
You know, we're never opposed to a little creativity. Ooh, did he have plenty of that? The double pump, having some fun.
Here's Kilpatrick after the basket by Washington. To the inside. Booker makes it off the glass. Booker's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Jennings kicks to Bogdanovich. The 3. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket tonight.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Dishes it to Goodwin. Tries a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Goodwin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Outside Jennings. Passes it to Satoransky. 1:32 left in the first. And Mahimi with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now the dish to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Washington. Jennings with the ball. Now defended by Goodwin. Smith, no luck. Nets trail by 3. And here we go. Goodwin, good. Goodwin's got 5.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
Yeah, flawless fast break. Didn't slow down until the ball hit the bottom of the bucket.
Satoransky, the pass to Smith. And Satoransky kicks to Jennings. 16 feet away. 6 to shoot. Here's Satoransky. Booker pulls it in.
You've got to do better there. There wasn't anyone stopping him in the lane.
Here's AC, covered by Smith. LeVert the pass to AC. Now the feed to Goodwin. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, that's the shot he'll take, again, if he's given the chance. We all know he can knock that down.
Here's Mahimi. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Wizards lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
You're right. The weak side help has been on time. Their rotation's outstanding. Bodying up on people. No easy buckets.
Archie Goodwin out there with Quincy Ace. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the first one drops. A lot of great defensive-minded coaches, too, in the NBA. Who stands out there for you?
Boy, this is Tom Thibodeau for me,
yes.
Right? I mean, he changes the way, you talk about taking away boxes and elbows in the NBA, loading up to ball side, giving up contested twos. That's Tom Thibodeau.
Attention to detail.
No question.
Smith hits them both. And there was so much excitement surrounding the Nets when they finished the new arena in Brooklyn in 2012. They traded for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett to try to fast-track their success. But that win-now strategy really failed.
Yeah, and that's what can happen when you mortgage your future. Short-term goals can lead to that long-term misery. And they still have some pieces they can build around. We'll see what additional talent they can attract going forward.
Pass to Kilpatrick. Back to Booker. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Goodwin missing.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
How about the closeout? Gave no room to operate. Great effort.
Now here's Jennings. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's LeVert. He's guarded by Jennings. Booker the pass to Kilpatrick. Here's Goodwin. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He's been so inconsistent from the field, and that makes it hard for these guys to catch up.
Mahimi with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. LeVert the pass to Kilpatrick. Nets passing it around. It's stolen by Mahimi. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we know Brook Lopez is a little vertically challenged, but he's still effective inside with an array of shots. A little push shot came because he said, I'm not the quickest guy in the world, so I want to get space and get it up quick. But they have no chance of contesting it. His go-to move is that righty hook coming across the middle. Kevin?
And D.A., you can't block it. You just can't let him get to that left shoulder. And it's Goodwin missing. Here's Washington now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. A shot by Mahimi, no good.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
So much of this game is played loose above the rim, but you still have to convert to count it. Well, no second after drilling one in the first.
Here's LeVert. Finished off the break.
Boy, that's great patience. Work the ball until you find a mismatch for the easy bucket.
Wizards leading by 7. Here's Satoransky. 6 points for him. He feeds it to Jennings. The pass to Satoransky. Clock at 4. Here's Mahimi. Rebound, Brooklyn. Booker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. There's a good screen. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Wizards have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Beal. It's tipped, and that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nets trail by 7. To the paint. Here's Hamilton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Morris a screen. Wall dishes to Morris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the paint. There's Hollis Jefferson. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, the feed inside has got to be perfectly placed. It nets him 2 points. That's nicely done.
And Gortat with the stuff.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, you'd think they have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. There's a screen by Gortat. Back to Wall. Feeds to Gortat. It's deflected. Lynn against Wall. Here's Nicholson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And here's 4. Just 3 to shoot. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Wall. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And that, to me, is an example of where the work in the weight room pays off. Wall absorbs contact and still guides it in.
Inside, here's Foy. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 7th assist in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now here's Wall. 5 points in the game. Morris a screen, down low. Beal, and finished off by Beal.
Now we come to expect John Wall will make the right play, create yet another open look.
And last season, John Wall said he felt that he is a top 3 point guard in the NBA. While he certainly is up there, that is a pretty bold statement to make. So that being said, Doris, where do you feel he falls?
Well, you know, this is an interesting time in the NBA. Some call it the golden age of point guards, and most will agree he is a top 6 or 7 point guard and has some areas he can improve on. And with how his career arc is trending, I would say he's very close to being a top 3 point guard in the league, just not quite there yet.
And that one falls for Lynn.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Both free throws good from Lynn.
You know, when the Wizards last season went small, I thought they struggled on the boards. They went from a team that was top 4 in rebounding to bottom 6. They simply have got to do a better job on the glass.
And the Wizards with Markieff Morris at the 4 and Gortat at center. You like that front line?
Kevin, I certainly think there's some talent there, and that's certainly a gifted offensive front court. It comes down to rebounding and rim protection. Can they get the job done there?
And a look here at the shot chart.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Washington leading now by 3. And Wall kicks to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Beal's got 4 points this quarter.
Love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
Outside, Lynn. In the corner, it's Hamilton. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Boy, they gave him way too much space to get that 3 off. That's some lax defense. Coach can't be happy.
Now here's Porter. 9 points last game out. Wall passes to Porter. Shoots. And too long on the shot.
Sometimes you've got to get right in the shooter's grill to bother him, and that's what they did to him.
Now 4. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. All with it. He kicks it to Porter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Down low. And Foy kicks to Nicholson. To the inside. Nice shot by Hamilton.
Building on a solid first quarter performance, he's now taken his offense up several notches.
Outside, Wall. Throws it up high. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And the Wizards lead by 4.
How easy does John Wall make it on his teammates? Just a terrific setup.
Nets have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. There's the pick. Lynn kicks to Hamilton. Unloads from 13. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. To the paint and stolen by Hamilton. And Foy with the clear path to the hoop. Morris with the block.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Quarter, no luck. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. For Brooklyn, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. That's good from Hamilton. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of '87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy.
I bet he enjoys that, too. He's a good man, isn't he?
He is, no question about it. And because he's new to the league, he's not objecting quite yet to the ad nauseum questions we tend to ask over and over.
How about quickly talking with Greg Popovich at San Antonio, which is always a challenge, whether you're calling the game or you're on the sideline.
I want you to understand something. When I am walking over to Greg Popovich, I want you to understand that my heart is pounding. I'm probably sweating.
No, come on.
And I'm trying not to shake.
Oh, come on. That's against everything you are. I know that. It's always good conversation, though. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
There's a screen by Gortat. Wall dishes to Morris. Right at the free throw line, and the jumper is on the mark. Morris has got 11 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here's Lynn. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
No good from Hamilton.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
All against Lynn. All with the steal. Here's Porter. No good on that one. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Knocks it loose. Down low. And Foy kicks to Lynn. Hamilton with a screen on Wall. Here's Lynn. And the Nets miss again. The Wizards with the lead. Morris passes to Gortat. Here's Porter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
And one reason why Otto Porter saw a huge increase in his role is that, Doris, he was able to develop a three-point shot that had teams, giving him a lot of respect, and then they had to adjust to. He was always strong going to the rim, but now defenses had to follow him out to that three-point line.
Well, as you know, Kevin, having a consistent three is such a big deal now for perimeter players. Porter at 6'8" has a smooth release and no problem shooting over the arms of smaller defenders who might rotate to him. And he's developed a nice little pull-up shot. If teams ever overextend, he can just step back and knock down a 2.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mahinmi's checked in for Gortat. Jason Smith comes in for Markieff Morris. Bogdanovich is checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Jennings in for John Wall. And the Washington Wizards last season, Doris, 41 up and 41 down, and ended up missing the playoffs for the first time in 3 seasons.
And remember, Kevin, this was a team that had made it to the second round and looked like a factor. And injuries played a role, and the East got better. And a new coaching staff will see if they can get back on the winning track.
The Nets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And the first one drops. Satoransky's checked in for the Wizards. Both free throws good from Booker. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Here's Bogdanovich. He has 5. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Wizards 5th.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
The first one falls. Brandon Jennings hits them both. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Kilpatrick. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. Here's LeVert. A three-pointer, no good. The Wizards shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Inside, here's Smith. Stripped it away.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
That would be the smart thing. Let's see if they realize it.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Washington shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. Outside Jennings. He dishes it to Mahinmi. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Mahinmi's got 4 points this quarter.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look from mid-range for someone with his size and his touch.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Booker. So it's Washington now. And here's Jennings. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Screen by Smith. Here's Satoransky. From outside off the mark. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
Can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, I love that they were forceful at their offensive end. They got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
That's it for now, as the second half is just about ready to go. We, and I mean the three of us, will be right here after the final buzzer.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Taking a look at the Wizards. Morris pairs with Gortat down low. Wall and Beal, the incredible backcourt tandem. And it's Porter, and at the 3, the small forward.
Well, with that 7'1" wingspan for Otto Porter, he can provide some shot blocking.
To the paint, here's Hamilton. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
I think defensively, they've got to get their heads in the game. Judging by that play, they've come out of the locker room a little lethargic.
Morris inside, working on Nicholson. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Beal.
Well, there's the intensity of Morris. Playing angry, finishing through contact. Nice.
There's the pick. Nicholson dishes to 4. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Foy's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn. Here's Washington now.
Get outside. He's open.
Outside, Wall. Gortat with the screen for Beal. Back to Gortat. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Marcin Gortat would not be denied. You know, just looking at Marcin Gortat in his career, it's hard to find a more consistent player at that center spot. You know, he always shoots an efficient rate from the floor, doesn't miss a lot of time due to injuries, and you can always expect him to be available.
That free throw good for Marcin Gortat. With Gortat, he's been a double-double machine for teams ever since he became a starter.
Well, I think it just speaks to the effort that Gortat gives on the floor, Kevin. You know he's going to use that great footwork to get you scores from the low box. And you also like that he can get you production without needing the offense to run through him.
Now, here is 4. 5 points in the game, but they'll get another chance. Wall against Land. Pass to Nicholson. Randy Foy is on the way. And he's good on the 3-ball. Foy's got 8 as we approach the 4th quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Beal up top, covered by Foy. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
In the corner, it's Hamilton. Hamilton can't get that one to fall. Wizards have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Beal. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He has the skills to finish that. I cannot believe he blew it.
Here's Nicholson. Here's Lynn. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Porter. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lynn's shot is off. Washington shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. There's Beal with the 3. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. I would take a look here at the shot chart.
Well, you have to give him credit because he's done everything he can to help contribute, but it doesn't appear to be in the cards for him tonight. A lot of strange releases, and he just isn't the same efficient scorer that we're used to seeing.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Hamilton with a screen on Wall. Here's Lynn. Kicks to Nicholson. Hamilton outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Got a piece of it. And Wall kicks to Gortat. And here we go. Fast break. Lynn's got it. Here's Hamilton.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Morris. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging 15 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
The Nets have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. That's good from Hamilton. Hamilton hits both of them.
Yeah, we know there are big men in the NBA who struggle at the line, but for him, it's a real strength.
Washington trailing. Now Wall. 5 points in the game. Stolen away. 3 on 3. Fires from the line. Nice shot by Hamilton. Hamilton's got 6 here in this quarter. Wizards trail by 4. And Wall kicks to Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists in the game. The Nets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Foy with it. He's got 8. Washington with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one.
You can see it. His timing, his touch, everything just a shade off tonight.
Dishes it to Gortat. Wall against Land. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline. A nice shot by Wall. Wall's got 7 points in the game.
Well, Wall works hard to get shots from right there, uses his quick feet really well.
Here's Foy. He doesn't hit that one. Now Washington takes it the other way. Here's Porter. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Porter with the steal to the wing right side. And Gortat kicks to Porter. That puts them in the lead. He's got 7.
Well, not too slim to mix it up inside. Nice work by Porter.
Wall against Land from downtown. Beal pulls it in. Beal's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Gortat. Inside. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Gortat. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 8th in rebounding. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mahinmi's checked in for Gortat. Jason Smith comes in for Morris. And it's Bogdanovich in for Porter. Now, here's Mahinmi. He's got 6. They get it back. Off target at the rim. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. LeVert's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And a switcher also for Washington. Satoransky's checked in. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to LeVert. Looking to end the drought. Easy the pass to Booker. Good on the baseline, Jay. Booker's got 8. Wizards have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Wall dishes to Bogdanovich, and they pick up 2. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. There's a screen. Here's LeVert, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Wizards have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Not really his range, and it's off target.
They're trying to cut this lead, but he's shooting them right out of it.
Here's Satoransky. His 3-pointers off the mark. Brooklyn's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And here they go. Pulls up. Here's Wall. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The dish to Goodwin. Goes up the baseline. Rebound, Washington. Mahinmi's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 7. Wall's shot is good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's LeVert. They set the pick. There's the feed to Goodwin. 6 to shoot. Now the pass to LeVert. Wants to get it to Booker and does. He sinks the 11-footer. Booker's got 10. Wizards leading by 7. Here's Satoransky. He has 6. He feeds it to Wall. It's tipped. Here's Kilpatrick. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Casey's got his first basket of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's Wall. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Wall's got 9 points here in the second half. The Nets shooting 37% so far in the third quarter, and they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. Good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
I mean, outstanding finish inside against a defender that basically towers over him.
So it's Washington now after the basket by Brooklyn. Wizards making a switch here. Jennings is checked in. Smith sets the pick for Jennings. Here's Bogdanovich. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Easy the pass to LeVert. Feeds it to Goodwin. Rebound, Washington.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Well, you watch the way that Archie Goodwin plays out on the floor. He's smooth in how he covers ground, Doris, both in the half court and in transition.
Kevin, Goodwin has got length and mobility. Reminds me a bit of a young Manu with how he's able to twist and contort his body while navigating traffic. You'll occasionally see flashes of brilliance from this guy. You know, the putback there, a product of his strong effort on the glass. Never gave up on that play.
Kicks it out to Booker. Out to the right wing. LeVert the pass to Goodwin. 6 to shoot. Looking to get back on track here. Offensive rebound, Nets. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Over in the corner, AC. They get it back. Book. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. To the paint. Here's LeVert.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Watch outside.
Here's Jennings. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Wizards have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. Jennings no good on the free throw. Nets trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Mahimi. Jennings in the corner. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Tries to save it. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Washington out in front, leading by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. We've got Andrew Nicholson. Jeremy Lin is out there with 4. And it's Hamilton in at the 5, down low. So that's the Nets' 5. And Beal kicks to Morris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
But just a beautiful job by Morris to draw the foul. There is an art to getting the defender to commit.
And he makes the first. And Morris drops them both.
And steady from the free throw line. Morris has gotten there less since he's been shooting more threes.
Hamilton with a screen on Jennings. Here's Lin. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
I think you'd like to see a little more determination defensively to fight through that and contest a bit.
Now here's Gortat. They set the pick. Beal up top. It's off the screen, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. They get Randy 4.
Hey, guys, you have to like the way Beal is working himself to the free throw line. Great scorers make a living there.
Well, for Bradley Beal, he's just an incredible three-point shooter, and Doris always has been since he came into the league out of Florida after growing up in the St. Louis area.
Well, think about this, Kevin. Beal has never averaged less than 4 three-point attempts a game in his career. This is one of the most consistent three-point threats in the NBA, and his shot is effortless. With how well this guy shoots, you almost wish he could shoot more often and see how far he can take his game. You know, I think with the injuries that Bradley Beal has had to deal with in his career, it has taken a toll on his development. He's never played a full season in the NBA, and it's pretty hard to maximize your game when you're always fighting back from injury.
Wizards making a switch here. Porter's checked in.
I really believe this is one of the top up-and-coming 2 guards in the NBA, Bradley Beal.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. The shot comes out. Hamilton with some nice D. With Beal, he said himself that he might need to be on a minute restriction for the rest of his career. Of course, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not, Kevin. And in the past, Beal has played quite a bit every time he's been available, so this would be a tough adjustment if that happens. For Beal, you need to do whatever it takes to stay healthy on the floor. He's a big-time talent, but he can't help his team if he's injured more often than not.
Here's 4. Following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Here's the teardrop. And it's Foy missing. And here we go. Gortat misses. Fires, high post. There it goes, it's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Foy. Here's Jennings. Outside, Beal. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Nicholson's shot is off. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
This guy's in attack mode. Bradley Beal taking it strong.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Timeout. Start it.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
It's ridiculous to give up that many points in the paint. You know, I think he'd like them to play a bit more physical.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Goodwin's checked in. John Wall's checked in for Washington. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He got into him pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
Well, he just works so diligently inside, and the numbers back that up.
Beal dishes the Wall. Shoots from 12. Rebound, Brooklyn. Lynn's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Puts up a 3. Beal pulls it in. Wizards leading by 8. Goodwin with the steal. And they're pushing it up. All going up court. Lynn's shot is off.
Just getting a hand in the face makes all the difference. That was the case there.
Wall passes to Porter. And Gortat kicks to Morris. Outside, Beal. There's the triple. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Beal. Morris has got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
There's the pick. Down low. It's tipped. Gortat with the steal. Here's Porter. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Wizards lead by 13. Lynn against Wall. Lynn kicks to Goodwin. Here's Hamilton. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Wizards leading by 13. Kicks it to Porter. Left side, Wall. To the left side wing. Here's Gortat. Hamilton pulls it in. Hamilton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here's Lynn. Floats one and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, you have to admire the aggressiveness of Lynn, constantly looking to draw the foul on his shot. And one signing that went a bit under the radar during the free agent period was Jeremy Lin joining up with the Nets. The Nets got the veteran guard they wanted to lead their young core. Lin gets a chance to move out of the 6-man role he had been in the past few seasons, and now he gets to run the ship.
And in the Jeremy Lin deal, GA, he seemed to leave money on the table in order to move to the right team that fit him.
You know, many were surprised that he would leave Charlotte given the success he had there, backing up Kemba Walker. Also of note in the move is that Jeremy Lin is back in the city of New York. So Linsanity once again has returned to the Big Apple.
Both free throws good from Lin.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
It's Wall with the drive. Of course, you've studied the league under both David Stern, the former commissioner, current commissioner, Adam Silver. What direction do you think the NBA is going right now?
You know, you never want to follow a legend, and you never want to follow a guy like David Stern, who put the NBA into a stratosphere completely different than the league he took over. But you talk about a seamless transition and a guy who's paid his dues, so to speak. Adam Silver had been in the NBA office for so long. I love that his leadership style is different. He's not trying to be David Stern. He likes to be inclusive with his leadership. I don't think a commissioner has done a better job taking over for a legend.
Open-minded.
Totally open. You know what he is? David was perfect for his era. Adam is perfect for this era.
Well said. He hits the second from the line.
You know, it seems to me on a regular basis, we see John Wall do something on the basketball court that makes your jaw drop. His ability to find open players with his passing, the way he can get to the hoop, making the most complex moves seem pedestrian.
A nice shot by Lin.
And Lin plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
Wall dishes to Beal. He kicks to Gortat. Outside, Wall. Clock at 6. Pass to Morris. Tipped away. Here's Nicholson. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Lynn the pass to Hamilton. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Hamilton's got 5 points now this quarter.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
And Beal kicks to Gortat. Back to Beal. There's a good screen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Just terrific recognition by Beal. Saw the lane and drew the contact.
And that one falls for Beal. And Brooklyn making a change here. And both free throws good for Beal.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Wall against Land.
Come get it.
He dishes it to Hamilton. Nets passing it around. Deflects the pass. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Yep, that one goes. Beal's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Terrific footwork. Beal pulling up in rhythm. It's beautiful.
Lynn dishes to Hamilton. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Wall. First free throw is good.
Well, this is the #1 pick back in 2010. John Wall, he's the franchise. No question about that.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Hamilton. And so John Wall nails both of them. Here's Lynn. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. And they need to avoid that.
Dishes to Booker. Shot clock at 5. It's tipped. Beal with the steal. Pass to Wall. There's the dish to Gortat. And it's Beal in the corner. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Nets trail by 11. Outside, Lynn. The feed to Booker. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lynn. Shot clock at 5. Tries a 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Washington leading now by 11. Morris a screen, and Beal kicks to Wall. Right side Beal, and there's the pass to Morris. Rebounded by the Nets. Nicholson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And here is Lynn. They set the screen. Here's Kilpatrick. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
Well, 2016 guys saw great stride for Otto Porter in his career. He got off to that slow start, remember, the first 2 years. But finally, when he got consistent minutes, he answered nicely. Career highs across the board for him, and you can see why this team thinks he's got a bright future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Porter, so many were quick to dismiss his place, Doris, in the NBA after a few slow years to start his career.
And I think, Kevin, that goes back to where he was picked in the draft, 3rd overall. And when you're a top 3 pick, fans want instant production. And Porter was always the kind of player that needed time to adjust to this league. Luckily, the organization believed in him, stuck with him. He's made huge improvements across the board.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
His accuracy's been unbelievable, but they're getting dominated too many other areas.
Outside, Beal. Wall against Land. And Wall kicks to Beal. Clock at 6. Out to Morris. Shoots the 3. LeVert grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Randy Foy, he's checked in for the Nets. Outside, Lynn.
Hey, who's watching though?
A floater. Booker dishes to Lynn.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Jeremy Lin. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And it's time for an injury report.
Hi guys, the head athletic trainer for the Nets let me know the status. Unfortunately, it does not look good at all. And if he were to be out with an injury now, it would really hurt this team, Kevin, because they count on him to do so many things.
All right, David, and folks, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
Yeah, his fortitude is tremendous. He's going to keep rehabilitating at the highest level until he's back out there with his teammates.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Beal. And Brooklyn has possession. 11-point game. Wall against Land. He feeds it to Booker. Here's Nicholson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Neither coach nor his teammates are pleased with the way he's playing. He's simply got to adjust his shot selection.
Wall against Land. Washington gets it back. Morris outside. Takes the three. The kick out to Wall. Wall with another miss. Nets trail by 11. Outside, Lynn. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
A baseline J. Bank shot, no good.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
To the middle. Here's Booker. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Booker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn. Here's Porter. Feeds it to Wall. Outside, Beal. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. They get Randy 4.
Just the threat of that shot, enough to get him airborne. Nice fake by Beal.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He's perfect from the line this time. And the Nets shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Lynn against Wall. Yep, that one goes.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Beal drives in.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
In front of a hostile crowd, they showed absolutely no fear. This was a statement victory on every level.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Beal. Back to Wall. Morris a screen. Now Wall. Just 5 on the clock. Beal from long range. Beal with another miss. Lynn with it. From deep. Off target with that shot.
That's nicely contested by Wall. I think his defense is really overlooked.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with John. Congrats on the win. What was your offensive approach tonight?
Just having confidence. My teammates want me to shoot in there, and I didn't get carried away with it. That's the one thing. I played the right way and got open shots, but also tried to find my teammates.
You've done a lot of work on your jumper, and it showed tonight, John. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Marcin Gortat. He showed the poise and discipline of a true veteran, wisely picking his spots, giving his team whatever it needed to come away with a W tonight. Let's go to Kenny. What'd you think about his performance?
There were a lot of things he did well tonight, but nothing topped what he was able to do on that glass. He exploded for 18 rebounds. This was all about sweat, strength, and energy. He battled hard for position on every single shot attempt and was always ready to pounce when the ball came near him.
Man, I absolutely love what Gortat can do. The Polish Hammer can take over the game. The way he plays the 5 spot, man, boy, this guy has a lot of tools, and we saw it from Mr. Gortat tonight.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.